Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Juliana. If you're new here, you're highly welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the Disney color collection. This is a collaboration between Beauty Bay and Disney. Beauty Bay came out with 3 palettes, which is in a pack. I bought all the 3, and they also came out with 2 sets of eye pencils. My package came in this kind of box, and on the inside it's got like Disney color on it. Yeah, so there's a little bit of Disney on the packaging. So the packaging says stop everything, Beauty Bay in collaboration with Disney color, and that's all about the packaging. On the product itself as well, it's got Disney color written all over it. These are the shadow sticks, and the same goes for the packaging of the palette. So as mentioned earlier, I got the 3 palettes, and when you get the 3, you actually pay a reduced price as opposed to getting them individually. These 3 palettes at the time I got them were £20, and this is one out of the 2 shadow sticks collection that they came out with. Let's open the shadow sticks first. So the shadow stick I got are Cheshire Cat, Dumbo Sky, and Mad Atta Tongue. Oh, very tiny, I can barely read them, but these are the colors of the shadow stick I got. So it's a peach light shade, a turquoise blue, and a light purple. I want to say lilac-y kind of purple. So those are the shades, and it's exactly what's on the inside as well. I find names to this shadow stick, then I'll put them on the screen. But this is the peach. So far so good. I like them for my waterline. I've used the blue one, and I'll swatch the blue one first. I've used this in my waterline, and it stayed all day. It didn't even fade, nothing. I even put a little bit, I mixed it with pink today in my waterline. But that is the blue. Absolutely beautiful and pigmented. And finally the purple shade. I want to say again purple, and because it's not very deep, so it's like a light purple. It's got a bit of lilac in there, but that's that. So you can use it like as a sort of base before you apply your color, but so far so good. I've just used it as in my waterline. I've not used it as a shadow base. Alright, so those were the shadow base. Now let's get on to the palette. The 3 palettes are called Alice in Wonderland. This is Alice in Wonderland. This is the caterpillar in the story. And this is Dumbo, and lastly the Jungle Book. What he also does, he tells you when these stories were created. So the Jungle Book is actually created in 1967. I don't know if you can see it, 1967, whereas Dumbo was created in 1941, and finally Alice in Wonderland 1951. So let's start with Alice in Wonderland. This is the inside of Alice in Wonderland. I have used this palette, and it's absolutely beautiful. These shades are pigmented. Oh, very pigmented. These are the 6 shades in Alice in Wonderland, and I'm just going to swatch them. I was starting from this shade. First shade, I want to say burgundy like red, and the next is the purple, pink. Now the last 3 shades, which is the bottom row. So this is, honestly, this is like a teal blue shade, and this is cream, so it's not exactly white, it's cream. And lastly the yellow. Oh, look how beautiful these shades are. And these are all the colors in the Alice in Wonderland palette. Absolutely gorgeous, and they are so pigmented. I can't tell you, so pigmented, because I used them without a primer, and they showed up so well. Alice in Wonderland palette. Alright, up next is the Jungle Book palette, and this is the inside of the Jungle Book palette. So it's more like a cool tone kind of palette, because none of the shades in this palette is warm at all. It's mainly cool tone shades. And again, I will start from the top row. So first 3 shades. So as you can see, they are definitely cool tone shades. So that is the first row. And then the second and last row, these shades are gorgeous. Oh, look at that. Just look at this pigmentation in swatching this, and it's so buttery as well. So buttery. Oh, especially that green in my hand felt like silk. And these are all the shades in the Jungle Book. I'm putting them beside each other. Absolutely beautiful. So if you love cool tones, then you are definitely going to love the Jungle Book palette. Okay, lastly we have the Dumbo palette. And I love this palette. I mean, it could be to do with the shades inside, but I love this palette. This is the inside of the Dumbo palette. Look at that orange and the blue. Oh, it's like a dream. And they also perform like a dream on the eyes. So this is the Dumbo palette. Let's get swatching. Okay, first row. Oh, just look at that orange. Look how beautiful that is. Look at that. So this is like, I want to say like a pastel kind of yellow. So it's not as warm as the other yellow I swatched. I think, was it in the Alice in Wonderland palette? Yeah, that's the yellow in the Alice in Wonderland palette. So that's definitely warmer than this one. This is more on the pastel kind of side. Alright, on to the second row now. Alright, the last three shades in the Dumbo palette. And this one, oh my. This is my kind of shade. Look how beautiful that turquoise blue is. So beautiful. And lastly, this pastel like purple or lilac. Just build that up. So these are all the shades in the Dumbo palette. It's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. If I were to pick one, it's going to be either this or the Alice in Wonderland palette. So gorgeous. And I can tell you, as they look in the pan and swatch, is how they appear on the eye. So beautiful. I don't know what they put in this palettes because of the price, but they are beautiful. And they are so beautiful in quality as well. They perform like, you know, a higher end kind of formula. They are so beautiful. So looking at this palette, it looks like one of them is a completely warm kind of shade, one of them is a neutral cool tone kind of shade, and then one is a mixture. So Alice in Wonderland to me is a warm palette. So all the shades in here are quite warm. They are not pastel like, and they are not cool tones either. So to me, they are leaning more on the warm side. So if you like warm shades, then you will love this palette. Or if you like the colors in this palette, they are quite unique and beautiful. Especially these two. Oh, definitely quite unique. And I want to say Dumbo is the one that is mixed. So Dumbo is a mixture of cool tones and warm tones. And the cool tones, they are kind of like pastel like shades as well. So these three here, so that blue one, this one over here, and this one in the middle, they are more like pastel shades, leaning on the cool side. Even the yellow, it's just the orange and the blue that are leaning more on the warm side. Well, in my opinion anyway. And the all cool tone, that's the Jungle Book palette. So every shade in this palette is cool tone, totally cool tones. Even though some are kind of like pastel-y like, but they are still all cool tone. Because you can have a pastel shade and leaning on the warm side, but these are pastel shades mostly, but leaning on the cool side. So if you love cool tones and they suit your complexion, then you are definitely gonna love this palette. And this is the Jungle Book palette. So that's all the palettes in the Disney Color collection in a collaboration with Beauty Bay. So that's all of the palettes swatched. Alright guys, that's all I got from the collection, the collaboration with Beauty Bay. So that's everything swatched for you. So I love this. I've used two of the palette. I've not used the cool ones yet, and I've also used one of the shadow sticks. Like I said, I use it in my waterline, and that's how I intend to use the pencils. I don't intend to use them as a base for now anyway. That's how I've used them, and that's how I intend to use them. So do I like them? I love them. I definitely love them. They're so budget friendly that it makes it so easy that if you love this, you can definitely go for it. So you can either buy the palettes individually, or you can buy them together in a collection as I've done, but it's cheaper when you buy them together. But you don't have to buy the three just because it's cheaper. If you only like one of the color stories, then stick to the color story you like. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. If you've enjoyed this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, I'll see you.